Manga-Waido.
My name is Yumiko Nakano. 2 years after her son Yamato was born, I found out that my husband was having an affair. After paying alimony, my husband disappeared with his partner and I lost contact with him. It was my father who supported me in my shock with young Yamato in my arms.
I know what it's like to raise a child alone. It was the same when Yoko passed away a long time ago.
Dad, Yoko is my mother. She passed away in an accident.
Don't worry. I'll take Yamato's place as his father.
Thanks. I'll do my best. Fortunately, I found a full-time job and my mom friends were supportive, which helped me move forward little by little. Yamato was growing up good too.
Look! I got A's in Japan and math on my report card!
Oh, good job!
You've been studying a lot.
Even my teacher gave me a compliment.
I see. Let's go out for sushi as a reward.
Yeah, I love sushi!
But Yamato, who had been an honest and good boy, gradually became rough when he entered junior high school.
I told you I don't need lunch!
But you'll get hungry, right?
A bite at the store! It's embarrassing to be poor. Yamato! Don't say that! Shut up! Don't tell me what to do!
With my father's salary and mine combined, we were never poor. But for an adolescent boy, having a single parent can make you feel inferior.
He's an adolescent. Let's leave him be.
I know that, but...
You just need to be there for Yamato when he needs it.
But then an incident occurred that changed this attitude. When Yamato was in 8th grade, a neighborhood convenience store called him in saying they caught Yamato for shoplifting. I rushed over, but... What? It was a mistake?
I am so sorry.
After a detailed check of the security cameras, it was the other girl who was with him who did it, and Yamato didn't take anything. After receiving an apology from the store, I did not make any more trouble.
I stopped the other guy when he tried to get away without paying the bill.
That's what the manager said.
I'm not hanging out with those guys anymore.
Yeah, I think that would be best.
I'm sorry. You were working, right?
It's okay. It's for Yamato's sake.
Thanks.
Yamato then gradually returned to a calmer disposition. After high school, he went to a technical school and got a job working with computers. I heard it's called a programmer, but I don't know too much about it. But seeing Yamato happily going to work was a relief in itself. It was 2.5 years after he started working when he said, "There's someone I'd like to introduce to you." I was surprised, and so was my father, but I replied, of course. On Saturday, Yamato brought an incredibly beautiful woman.
My name is Sumire Okamoto. I am dating Yamato-san.
Nice to meet you. I am Yamato's mother. Pleased to meet you. More than just her pretty looks, Sumire had a very kind and gentle personality. She's also a returnee from abroad and speaks fluent English. Who would have thought my child, who was so small, would bring such a wonderful woman? I was so happy that I bragged to my late mother that night in front of the Buddhist altar, even showing her the picture I had taken with Sumire. Sumire was as good a young lady as I had thought she was when I first met her.
I heard that you like sweets, so if you would like.
Oh, Momosero sponge cake! I'm so happy!
I also found this flyer. It looks like Wide Hotel is having a strawberry fair.
Sounds delicious!
Would you like to go with me? I love strawberries.
Yes, let's go. I love strawberries too. It was like having a real daughter. I was getting on a roll, and the two of us were going out frequently.
Stop hugging Sumire all the time, Mom!
You're right. Sorry about that. After discussing it with everyone, Yamato and his father decided to come with us as well. We decided to have lunch at a recently opened Japanese restaurant. It happened on the way home.
That was delicious!
The sashimi was superb!
The dessert was delicious too.
Yeah, I want to come back. While we were having a good time,
Oh, look out!
Sumire suddenly ran out.
Ah!
Sumire!
Oh no! Sumire protected a girl who was walking in front of her and got soaked.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm sorry. It was my fault.
It's okay. I'm glad you didn't get wet. Watch out for the cars on the way back.
Yeah, thank you.
She got herself soaking wet and muddy, but she saw the girl off with a smile. I was so moved by Sumire's kindness that I approached her, offering her a handkerchief. What is that? I found a tattoo on Sumire that showed through her wet shirt. I was so shocked by the tattoo spreading across her back that I couldn't even remember how I got home from there. Yamato knows about the tattoo. Why didn't he tell me? My father couldn't see the tattoo, so I was left to agonize over it alone. I remember the time when Yamato went astray for a period of time. Was Sumire one of his friends when he was a degenerate? Was it a lie that they met at work? Maybe she was in a ladies' club or something. Bad thoughts kept coming and going. Sumire, with no regard to my feelings, kept asking me to have lunch with her in her usual tone. I was feeling unsettled, so I declined the invitation appropriately. And a week passed. That day was my birthday, but when I came home after work in a gloomy state,
Sorry, I came without an appointment. I heard it was your birthday today.
I can't send her back now since she came all the way. I led her through to the living room and made her a cup of tea. I made a fake smile, but I'm sure she's smart enough to know that it was a fake smile.
This is your birthday present. It's a Japanese macaroon from Umaseto.
Oh, thanks.
Is something wrong? You've been avoiding me lately.
No, it's nothing.
Did I do something rude? Please, tell me.
Sumire leans forward with a serious expression on her face.
If I marry Yamato, you'll become my mother-in-law. I like you. I don't want to be disliked by my mother-in-law.
I wondered what to say, but I opened my mouth boldly. I'm sorry. I'm going to be honest. I could no longer trust you for keeping quiet about something so important.
What?
It's about the tattoo on your back. Sumire's face turned pale.
I'm sorry. Yamato told me not to tell you yet, so I kept quiet. I see I made you feel distrustful towards me because of that.
After Sumire apologized deeply, she told me about the tattoo. It was not at all what I imagined it to be.
I had an older sister. My parents left us siblings with a sitter and worked all the time. For me, it was as if my sister was the only family I had. We both helped each other to survive. But then my sister, in an accident.
Her sister died in an accident when Sumire was 15 years old.
I was in shock. I couldn't get over it. And all my parents would say was, don't worry about someone who's gone and forget about it.
That's terrible.
It was my friends at school who supported me through my grief. When I saw that one of my friends had the name of a deceased grandmother tattooed on her arm, I remembered that my sister had a tattoo of something that resembled her and me.
Sumire gently took off her shirt, revealing her back. Blooming on her white skin was a bouquet of lilies and violets.
My sister's name is Yuri.
So that's what it was about. And the state?
The day my sister passed. This tattoo makes me feel like she's watching over me by my side. I knew that tattoos were not accepted in Japan, but I couldn't get rid of it.
I was speechless in front of Sumire, who was crying. After we both cried for a while, I apologized to her, saying I was sorry. I accused you without knowing your past. I am very sorry. I'm not a good mother-in-law.
No, it's my fault for not telling you. I'm really sorry. Mother-in-law, if you don't like the idea of having a daughter like this...
Of course not! You are a fine woman. If anything, you're almost too good for Yamato.
Mother-in-law!
But there are many people in Japan who don't like the idea of tattoos. And you want to have children, don't you? Then I think it would be better to hide it.
Yes, of course.
It's okay. The baby wants to go to the pool or the beach, I'll go with them. I'll even take them to the hot springs. I may look like this, but I'm still young.
Mother! I'll be counting on you when the time comes then.
You can count on me, so don't worry about anything anymore and come to us as a bride. I'll be waiting for you.
Yes, thank you.
Later, Yamato officially proposed to Sumire, and Sumire came again to greet us. At that time, my father was also present and we talked about the tattoo.
A tattoo? I can't believe you kept such an important thing a secret!
I'm sorry.
Grandpa, stop it! It's not Sumire's fault. I told her to keep quiet until we were engaged.
Why?
I thought if I told you first, I thought you wouldn't approve of our marriage.
Yamato wanted us to understand Sumire's personality first.
How was it when you actually talked to Sumire? She's a fine woman, isn't she? Grandpa, you were always saying, when is Sumire coming next, weren't you?
Well, that's...
When I went astray, you and Mom believed in me and waited for me to grow up. Because you two can see people for who they truly are. I believed that you would understand.
My father's not so stubborn or old-fashioned that he would object to what his grandson told him. After closing his eyes for a moment to compose himself,
You're right.
and mumbled,
Indeed, Sumire is a very good woman. She's almost too good for you. Yamato, Sumire, I'm sorry. I just reflexively yelled at you when I heard about the tattoo. I apologize.
No, it's okay. I'm sorry too for keeping quiet all this time.
I told you to keep quiet so you don't have to apologize, Sumire. With that being said, Grandpa, Mom, we're getting married.
Please, take care of us.
Sumire, Take care of our bunny grandson.
He went astray for a time, but he's a very good kid at heart. Please take care of him.
Yes, I love Yamato, including his slightly reckless side.
Everyone laughed when Yamato said, "What do you all take me for?" Afterwards, we sat around the dinner table in celebration. I've been trying so hard to raise my child since my husband left. My parenting was a great success because a wonderful woman named Sumire is marrying him, right? I'm sure my mother in heaven will say, "You did a great job." 6 months later, Yamato and Sumire got married. My father and I are both elated at the birth of their adorable child.
Hello, Yurina. It's your grandfather.
Dad, your face is so close. You'll scare Yurina.
It's okay. Yurina loves her grandfather too.
Ah!
And may this peace last forever. Sumire, please continue to build a wonderful family with Yamato.